a family, children, and a house.
He was my knight in shining armor. He was the most excitement that I'd ever had in my life.
And it all started with a slap and then being thrown across the room like I was nobody.
I experienced it firsthand. Hi everyone, this is me, your lawyer in the making mom. And if you're new to my channel, I'm a mom, a wife, and a graduate of Juris Doctor degree, which is basically a doctoral degree in law and jurisprudence. I provide how-tos for moms just like me and tips and tricks on self-love. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and press the bell icon so that you'll be notified of my recent upload. So for today's video, I'll be discussing a topic which is very special to me because I experienced it firsthand and I ended up the cycle. Please let me know if you want me to make a separate video on my experience about domestic violence and how I ended up the cycle. I know there are several women out there experiencing domestic violence. They just didn't know how to end it. So please let me know by leaving a comment down below. A couple of days ago, I received a call from a friend asking us, my husband and I, to pick up a certain person at her workplace. We couldn't say no to this person, so we did. The moment that woman stepped into our car, a motorcycle started following us all the way from Caloocan to Quezon City, which is quite far. To cut the story short, the woman is a battered woman and she's being stalked by her partner at her workplace. And aside from that, the guy installed a tracking device so that he would know the whereabouts of this woman like all the time. What that abuser did to his victim was cyberstalking, which is a form of violence against women. What is cyberstalking? It can take many different forms, but in the broadest sense, it is a harassment through your online channels such as your Facebook, your Instagram, your email. It all started with the Facebook password and then it progressed. By the way, there are several kinds of domestic violence or battery. There is the physical violence, the sexual and psychological violence, the economic abuse. They are all provided in the Republic Act 9262, which is the Anti-Violence Against Women and Children. I'll be discussing that in a separate video, so please stay tuned for that. Going back to the story, the abuser went to the police station and filed a complaint against us that we kidnapped his partner and that my husband is having a relationship with his partner. So that night, we received an invitation from a police officer inviting us for questioning, etc. So we actually explained the situation to the police officers. And the end goal of this abuser is to take the woman or the victim home with him at that night. But the woman was frightened because she said that she might be killed by this abuser. We actually let that victim stay in her other place just within the subdivision so that she'll be safe. And guess what happened the next day? She returned to her abuser with open arms. So it's just like a total waste of effort. In my short stint of working in a law office, I personally handled 5 domestic violence cases, but only one of them pursued the case. This has been bothering me for quite some time now. Why battered women keep silent? And why do they return to their abusers?
unconditional that I went back.
On average, I think it takes a woman 7 times before she leaves.
8 or 9, actually.
The usual reasons why battered women keep silent are: first, their trait of low self-esteem; second, family and the female sex role; third, traditional belief about the home; fourth, false hope that the relationship will improve; fifth, emotional dependence on the dominant male; sixth, the tendency to accept responsibility for the batterer's actions. Today, I'll be focusing my discussion on the number 1 reason why women keep silent, and that is the family and the female sex role. The battered women take into consideration their children. That's the reason why they keep silent and they just keep it to themselves. They didn't want their children to grow up in a broken family, even though their faces were already broken. They also think that it's their responsibility to keep the family intact and that they must keep this battery to themselves because of the stigma that the society. On my next video, I'll be discussing all the reasons one by one. Please let me know what you think by leaving a comment down below. And if you're a woman suffering in silence, please speak out and seek help. You need it, just like how I needed it. And please don't be afraid. You're a woman, you deserve respect and love from your partner. And you're stronger than you think. You can do this. Thank you for watching. I hope you like my video and I really hope you seek out help to end this battery.